Hello there, lovely people. The primary objective of this video is to add something to your life in terms of microtonal guitar playing. This video has two main focuses, and one of them is to share one approach to microtonal guitar playing, which is done in a standard guitar, not the modified fret microtonal guitar thingy. And the second is to share my guitar study. The objective of sharing this study is so people can be inspired to try their own ideas, or at least to provide one extra resource for people to study microtonal pieces in the guitar. Okay, so basically angine de poitrine is taking all over the internet, and probably we're going to be seeing lots of growing interest in microtonality right now. Because of the duo. After, listening to their songs, I felt a little inspired to try to compose a microtonal piece. In general terms, there are many strategies we can employ to achieve the microtonal sound in a guitar, right? One of the arguably easiest ways of doing this is to just tune one or more strings into a microtonal note, right? So for example, if you tune a string to C, you can tune it to C half sharp or C half flat in order to have access to those 12 extra tones, right? We're thinking about the 12 notes, a whole scale with 12 notes. And then if you tune to half sharp, you would in theory have 24 notes within scale, which is the 24th tet, right? The idea of my personal work was exactly that one. I have an alternate tuning of the guitar, but my first string, the highest string, I've tuned to C half sharp. So in some of the melodic lines and sometimes in the harmonic lines, I can have access to one extra note, which is going to be microtonal. And right now you're seeing on the screen the piece, right? The sheet music. And just before we get into the thing, before we tune our guitars, the primary objective of this piece was to explore the clashing sound of the quarter tones. So when you have the C natural being played together alongside with the C half sharp, you have a very funny sound, right? When everything started, when I came up with this thing, which is the first measure, and I was like, this is too funny. This sounds funny, right? This was the original one, then I adapted it to. In this clashing of these two notes, I found it really interesting. It sounded, I don't know, for me it sounded funny. That's why I wanted to explore it further into the song. So that's the primary object of study of this specific composition. Of course, there are many other ideas and other objectives into this study piece. That was the originating sound that gave me the inspiration to go along and create the rest of the piece. Right, so how you're going to tune your guitar to this? If you don't have experience tuning your guitar, please be careful because you may break strings. But basically, so in the standard tuning, your guitar probably sounds like this. It's gonna sound more or less like this, right? We're going to tune E, the first, to C. So it's going all the way down to C2. A is going to go to G, so 2 half steps into G. These gonna remain the same if I'm not clear. There are two very important parts in this tuning system. Is that B is going to go into C. I've tuned at least 2 or 3 guitars into this, so it should not break, but be careful. In the most important part is tuning the the high E into C. And this is where the microtonal part comes in. So both of these strings are tuned to C equally. We want to tune the low C now, right? But the highest C, we're going to tune it into C half sharp. You can achieve this in many different ways. For this specific piece of music, there is the exact frequency you're looking for. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you're looking to get really close to that frequency. But you can also tune using a tuner, and as soon as the tuner starts to flicker, exactly in that point where he doesn't know if it's going to C or C sharp, you're in the half, exactly in the middle, right? So in terms, so when you reach that specific point where it doesn't know if it's C or C sharp, you're basically in the middle of them. So after doing this, you'll be able to achieve this. That's it. So you basically are able to play 24 notes within a scale instead of 12 notes. This is the core idea of this strategy and also of this specific piece of music. Here's the final tuning, how it's going to sound more or less if you tuned. Here's the final chord being played. That's how it sounds. So just to wrap things up, enjoy life as much as you can. And if that means, you want to enjoy playing microtones, just pick up your guitar and play the microtones, there are several other ways you can, there are several other strategies you can use in order to play microtonal music on the guitar, such as through bending, for example. But I'm not going to cover that in this video. I really just wanted to do kind of a quick rundown into this string idea, which I think it might be like the most accessible one. It's literally just slightly changing the tuning of one string. You can change all of them or 3 of them, but just doing with one of them, you're really going to achieve a new world of possibilities, basically, right? In the description below, you have access to this sheet music. Remember, it's Creative Commons license, so feel free to distribute or remix or basically do whatever you want with it, while keeping the same license after doing those changes, of course. And this is my honest addition to this microtonal conversation that we have been seeing lately. I really hope that added something to your life in terms of microtonal guitar playing. That was the final objective at the end of the day. Thank you very much, and see ya. you.